Hi everyone! Of course, as always, this week I'm going to talk about the taboo subject of money. But I'm going to talk about how you can never fight about money with your partner and easy ways to do that. Because basically, every statistic you ever hear says, oh, most divorces are because of money. The thing people most commonly fight about in a relationship is about money. And if you think about it, that's kind of ridiculous because money is just a resource that you need to decide how you want to use, how you want to spend. So a couple basic rules. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, you're married, so you got to get a joint bank account. Or other people think the opposite. So, oh, we've already, we're 30 something, we're getting married now, and we already have all our stuff separate. So we're not going to get a joint bank account. That won't work. What I actually recommend is to have both a joint and separate bank accounts. So have a joint account for your main expenses and anything that you're going to share in paying. So if you own a home together or you rent together and you're going to split that cost, any basic expenses that you're going to share, have the money go into and out of that joint account. And then have your separate bank accounts for things that you maybe want to call it fun money or things that you don't necessarily agree on. Say one of you has a habit of shopping for shoes, or like for me, my one thing that's like, a spending habit is actually to take care of myself and get a massage, to go to a massage therapist. But I do that out of my separate account because if your partner doesn't necessarily see the same value in it, that's going to be something that every single time you go, it's a sore subject. So just avoid all those petty little fights by getting ahead of that and having your separate accounts. Now, sometimes people can't decide when they get married or decide to combine finances because they're living together. How do you actually combine your budgets? And instead of just splitting everything 50-50, I think a great recommendation that Susie Orman used to make on her show was to calculate everything based on your income as a percentage. So say, for easy numbers, one partner makes $4,000 a month, the other partner brings home $2,000 a month. Then if you're going to split, say, the mortgage payment, the person making $4,000 is obviously going to pay a larger portion. You can find these calculations online or just do a simple breakdown. Or if you prefer to separate things in categories, that's fine too. Some people say, well, this person's going to pay the mortgage, this person's going to pay utilities, we're each going to pay our own car payment. Maybe you have student loan debt that you acquired before you were married and you want to just each individually take care of that yourself. But sit down and just actually talk about what are your goals, what are your priorities, what are your spending habits, what debt, if you're bringing any debt into the relationship, and set goals together. Maybe you have goals together and goals separately. Like I said, I think having a joint and separate bank account is actually the best way to do it. Instead of looking at things as, black and white, oh, either we have to combine everything or we have to keep everything separately. I don't think that's a reasonable solution, because there's a lot of things you might agree on or do together, like having your household, and then there's a lot of things you might do separately. If one of you likes to go fishing and the other doesn't, if one of you likes to shop for shoes and the other one doesn't. Again, like I said, you can avoid all these petty little fights by just having that separate, fun money account or individual account, whatever you want to call that, even if it's only, $25 a paycheck you're putting into that, whatever it is that works out. Just sit down and prioritize and actually talk about this. And once you come to agree on all those things, you can actually avoid years of fights in the future because there won't be a reason. If it's coming out of the separate account, you're not even going to know how much they're spending. It's not going to stress you out. You're not going to ask questions about it or worry about it. And then you can both feel like you're contributing to whatever it is you want to do together. If that's vacationing together, paying your bills together, saving for retirement together, and that can just be fun again. So I think, as I always say, money doesn't have to be taboo, and money does not have to be something that you fight about. Make it something more fun, like sports team rivals or whatever else it is, but money, I don't think, should be something you fight about. So leave comments below if you have any questions or any feedback. And as always, be thrifty, be kind, and hug the ones you love. Thanks for watching.